All right, June, Sunday, 6/7, 67 degrees outside, 8:18 o'clock. I think it's my last time for forecast. Particularly, I think we're almost done with Fire Blight in New York for sure. Apple Scab, and we'll be having stuff with concerns over fungal diseases, and we're mostly just using the apple scab model now to get a gauge of how every other Ascomycete, including late season apple scab, is behaving. I don't think we really need to truly focus on a lot of that, and Fire Blight is mostly over at this particular point. So this is probably our last time to look at the forecast. Let's go to Riverhead. I mean, they should be long done with Scab. You can see, like, Apple Scab ended May 24th. We're way past that now. And for the most part, it's going to be hot, sunny, and dry. You don't have to worry about it. Focus on mildew and some of the other things. You don't even have a lot of leaf wetness coming up this week from June 5th through June 12th. There is some here and there, and I suspect these are just going to be more pop-up thunderstorms. Don't worry about spraying for fungal diseases if you have coverage on a Long Island. All right, what else do we have for Fire Blight on Riverhead? Okay, I'm going to check the Lyrac station. I mean, they can be a little bit different. There's nothing to worry about with Fire Blight. And, one of these things, if you click a date and you'll see it, it's going to probably be mostly red for the rest of the season. So the only way to deal with all red, I'm going to move the date back just a little bit. Instead of 6/7, I'll put it on 6/1. And if it's just red all the time and you're like, I have flowering plants, what do you do? Well, you're going to pick your red day and you're going to pick it before the rain. So let's just say you haven't sprayed in 7 days. You're going to give your strip about 7 days. When I've done blossom counts, you'll get about 7 days of the population being crushed to the ground. I've looked at my flowers a week after a strep application or other effective organic material, including things like oxidate, and they're still really heavily suppressed for almost up to a week, even in this super hot weather. So if you had stuff that was going into flower and had not been protected, and you have like just red all the time, what do? You simply pick the next day with rain on, and then you drop your strep right there. In this particular instance, I would wait till, and I was on Riverhead, I'd wait to June 10th, and I would walk this forward and protect against all the stuff on the 11th and 12th. Hopefully with the heat, it's going to get you through bloom. And so I think that's mostly what I'm going to say for Fire Blight in this area. We're going to go check out Hudson Valley. Don't think they're going to have anything any different. I think it's going to be over. And if you did have flowers, just click first blossom open date, pick 6/1, and go down here and see the big red blob. And then, of course, in this case, if I was a Hudson Valley grower, I'd be like, well, it's all red. I'm going to get about 7 days of protection. I wouldn't have had flowers on some newly planted crop. I'm going to put that on about June 10th and try to get ahead of this little bit of moisture on June 11th. And that's how we would do that. The only place that might even have, I don't think Capital District still has flowers left. Same thing, we'll skip that. Looking good. I'm curious to check out Cheesy. Do they still have flowers or are already in the thinning? No, they're even there as well. We're going to pretend like, at least in Chazy's case, they have a first flowers open on 6/1, and they're looking at an all red as well. So they will definitely want to follow the process. In this particular instance, if you had newly planted orchards, it's red all the time. There's water every day. The least amount of water is on the 8th and 9th. If I had to try to squeeze one in, I think I would put that strep application on maybe the 9th or evening of the 9th. Fire blight bacteria seem to surge in the evening, and that would take that out. Now, in this case, I don't see the point looking at too many of the other locations. You kind of get what you need to do. If you still have trees and you're still going to see some water, you just set the bloom date back, look at the water, leaf wetness, and put on a spray just before the last bit. Looks like a little bit of wetness out there. I don't think many people have it. We're going to move around, and we're just going to look primarily then at the fungal pressure in the area. I'm thinking another easy week also for the Hudson Valley. A little bits of rain here and there. Just maintain your coverage. Great. Voorheesville. It's going to be an easy forecast. Man, they're coming into a rain event right now. It says in the Capital District we have rain. Interesting. It's hard to believe. What does the Albany Airport say? Might as well at least look. It says nothing. All right, be careful of microclimates and whatnot as well. We're going to check out Voorheesville as well. Just a little blip in there, and this isn't anything I'd worry about. I wouldn't rush out, put on a post-infection activity. I would just maintain coverage. If you had anything on going into this week, it's so hot and so dry. Little bits of leaf wetness aren't going to really do the end of the day. You could manage that with like a biological at a half rate, most likely. Don't try that though. Yep, easy in the Geneva area. We laughed at fire blight. Interestingly enough, there was an infection period in Geneva on Friday. I wonder if it went away. Just very curious to look. No, we didn't quite get it. We did have a quarter of an inch of rain. And in that case, when I went out to protect against the infection period that was predicted, I went with a bunch of biologicals. And we're going to see if it works. Come to the field day. You can see how bad I messed up. It'll be at the end of July 7/31 at Cornell Agritech in Geneva. Ugh, gross. Man, I tell you now, along the lake, they just have the worst time ever in Western New York. You got scab, all this leaf wetness. It's not broken. It's just makes me a little concerned. I'm going to check sodas as well. Is it that bad as there? Cherry lawn. What are they looking like? No, it's not that bad. I'm a little concerned about the Williamson station is constantly logging leaf wetness afterwards. It could be broken. The forecast looks fine. In this particular instance, if you hadn't put anything on, just put on a light Cap 10 cover spray. If you hadn't had anything on in like maybe 10 days on June 9th, if you were in the along the Western New York and the Sodas area. Let's go check out Niagara and call it a morning, or at least an evening. Appleton North. How they look. And, oh wow, there's still a little bit of ascospore maturity. Man, they got a mess. Looks like some stuff is predicted for the area in reasonable amounts, 7 and 8, 68. It must be cool in the region, in the Niagara region. In this case, if you 44.44 inches around, if you'd put something on like June 1st and haven't done anything in a while, I think I would try to creep through this leaf wetness hours. There's no rain actually predicted on June 7th and 8th, and I would just do my recoverage there. Do you need to like panic and put on something really heavy? Nope. Probably a light dusting of Cap 10, or I would recommend a liquid Cap 10 if you haven't. Should take care of that, or any of the things you're doing for powdery mildew. Will also take care of that issue as well. All right, that's it for our forecast for the week. I will see you next time.